What's up, everybody? Big Lou Gaming back at it again. I thought I was recording these last like 10 minutes. Realized I wasn't. So here I am. I'm going to fast forward through everything I just said because now I'm annoyed. But you guys are going to see a couple things going on here. First off, I'm about to do the giveaway. I put everybody's names in here. If you commented on each of the last 3 videos, that was 1 entry. Except for B Philly, because he's already getting a prize out of me just out of straight up loyalty. But everyone else, hopefully I'll see y'all's name in there. I try to go through everything. If I didn't, then we'll do another raffle and I'll give away more stuff, all right? But this is it as of this, like, maybe 30 minutes ago I finished making this list, which is really not a lot of people, only 35 names. I mean, I guess it's good. You know, that's about a third of my subscribers right now, so I am more than happy with that. So I'm going to be doing that. And I've been MIA because this event has been horrible. Absolutely atrocious. Hopefully you guys did not spend any golden tickets, any money. I did the $10 for energy, but again, it's just to show you guys what this event was like. And then since then, nothing. Y'all can see, literally in these last minutes when I was recording, I was showing y'all since last reset, all I've been able to do because of the high energy costs is get to my last 2 battles. I just did it again. I have 50 something, 66 rolling pins, and I've been doing it all on rare exchanges. Somehow I'm still pretty okay in the leaderboard, top 100. That might go away by the end of today. I don't know, and I don't care. Those 10 crests can be turned into 30 pieces for an epic tune. I was gonna say golden tickets, but I think golden tickets are 15 right now, and I already have 60 of those, so I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this event. I couldn't even get Porky Pig leveled up higher than I wanted to. I haven't even been doing crates, as you guys can see. I got crates stolen, and I just haven't done anything. With my daily quest, I was able to get 42, plus a few other crates, so I got to 60. I might do these last 5 just to get the 250 rolling pins, but I already have OG Goss at 7.6 stars, and I'm not in a hurry to get them to 7.7. Yeah, this event, I don't know. Scobly can do better. Let's just put it that way. This event was just horrible. This reminds me of Kitty Kitty version 1, the very first time that event released. Absolutely trash. And this reminds me of, because even Monster Tweety had better rare tunes that you can at least level up. But this one, I couldn't do much of it. Like I couldn't invest myself into it. I haven't even been playing it as much as I usually do. But right after this, I'm gonna do the drawing. After the drawing, I'm gonna go ahead and start my tier list. You guys can see it in the tabs there. I'm gonna go to my create an attacker's tier list. I just added Jester Bugs. He was the newest tune, I think. And then we'll go from there. So here we go. You guys, we'll see how this works. Mike. All right, Mike. Mike, you're the winner. You're 1 of 35. You got lucky, man. I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment. I think you were the only Mike on that. I'll go ahead and find the video where you left the comment, and I'll go ahead and reply to you. Hopefully you have Cash App. We'll make that happen. Thank you for your support. Thanks all of you for y'all support, and we'll go from there, all right? I really, really, truly appreciate it. All right, so let's go straight into this tier list. I already have it in presentation mode. I have no say in how all these images uploaded. I had to end up doing this tier list myself. If you guys go to tiermaker.com, you guys can look it up on there too. I'll probably share the link on my description as well, and I'll probably put this on Reddit too. Now, I want to go ahead and start off by saying I don't care too much about the legendaries because I don't have most of them. I know they're most likely all S tier. Looking into their skills, they're better than most epic tunes. But for the most part, like I'm not gonna do too much on that. I'm gonna do A through D. S is just tunes that are absolutely amazing. A is for those epic tunes that are always good to have, but may or may not rely a little bit on having to be paired with other tunes, right? B are tunes that, the way I describe it, are usually rare to epic, sometimes common tunes that are really, really good, but those are tunes that you don't mind bringing along next to another epic or 2 epics for an event quest, for example. C tier that's kind of like, okay, like they're most likely a common or a rare tune. Their abilities do not make sense at all, but they can get carried for sure, right? Like you may not be able to 3-star some battles in event quests or campaigns or anything like that, but they're okay. They have some utility to them, right? D tier, I don't even want to talk about it. That's just straight trash, all right? So for the most part, a lot of tunes are going to be C and D tier because I don't use them at all. But this is all based off of my opinion and how I use my tunes. And let's get started. All right, so it looks like this is basically is all alphabetical from when I downloaded the images. You can see all the images here. I'll go ahead and save it, download it, share it, and let me know what you guys think. All right. And I will try to talk about some tunes, which is why I still wanted to put the gameplay on the top left corner there, so that I can show y'all some of the abilities. So, and then as I'm going, I'll tell you guys why I'm kind of okay with this tune, right? So, for example, Astronaut Sylvester, C tier, but why is he not trash or why is he not B tier? I don't think he's good enough for B tier. He's not completely trash though, because I do use him on the Acme R&D. Where defense down needs to be applied. His attack is so weak that he's able to apply defense down without killing the tunes. All right, and that is a huge plus. But he's a C tier tune for sure. Barnyard Dog, C tier. I think the best thing out of him is, let's see, he's a farm tune. The best thing out of him is he applies attack down, right? 3 attack down with his basic attack. So if you do bring him, again, it's all situational. You probably won't 3-star most battles. But he can at least help you win the match by decreasing the attack of the highest attacker, or the tune with the highest attack on the enemy team. He does give hidden, so I guess if you don't have a hidden tune, maybe you can pair him with a Sylvester Jr. or a Desperado Dog, maybe even a OG Sylvester. But yeah, I don't mind. I don't care for him too much. He's a tank buster, but I don't know. I could be very biased because I don't have him very high. He is a 6-star, but I haven't leveled him up and I never used him. All right, so Batsuit Wild. I would say very situational. I would say he's A tier. Let's go look at him real quick. I think he depends purely on speed, right? So again, he's not. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put him in B tier. He's a WB tune? No, he's a city tune. Yeah, I mean, it's completely reliant on speed. He does give himself those speeds up. Flip 5 debuffs. He just needs to be protected because his defense is very low. He's very, very fast. He can put out massive damage very quickly, but he needs those speeds up, right? So you'll need to pair him up with a Roadrunner, a Speedy, even a Show 4 Porky. So at the start of these tunes, if it has 5 or more speed up, remove taunt from all enemies, ignore dodge, lose all speed up, gain attack up. So like that's what I'm saying. Like he can definitely become a pure damage dealer, but he needs to be protected at first. So I would put him in B tier because if it were not for like if you didn't have a Fog Leg, Monster Foghorn, or a Contender Sylvester, he would just get wrecked on every single time. Again, it's very situational. He could be A tier with the right conditions, but he'll never be S tier, I think. So you know what? I'll leave him at B tier. Black Knight Sam, don't even get me started. This man right here, straight up S tier. His attack is so high, ridiculously high, and he just does so much with it. He's my strongest tune right now. So, Floating Blade, 694 damage, basic attack, plus 25 damage, 25% critical chance for each magic team member on the battlefield. There are times where I just want to like mess with the teams, and when I'm defending crates, I put him with Valkyrie, Devil Dog, and Witch Hazel, and they all can inflict a damage over time. That is just massive damage because once Valkyrie and Witch Hazel are there, 50% chance for anyone to for him to get a critical chance and inflict damage over time for 3 turns, I believe. And the rest of the team, anytime they crit, also applies a damage over time. Ignition, 485 damage, but 3 damage over time. Cinder Smack, 1,041 damage, plus 35% ignore the defense. I've done like up to 2,500 damage on like a basic 6-star tune over and over and over again. Um, Heavy armor. He resists defense down and stun. Lingering flame. That's the crit. Every time they crit, damage over time. And then his attacks inflict defense down. So I love pairing him with Grand Duke Sylvester too, which is, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. So he's definitely S tier. One of my favorite tunes. I just wish it was a little bit faster, but that's why he's also tanky. OG Bugs, I don't think I need to talk too much about. I've neglected him so much. He's only at 6-star, but I can't wait to get him to 7-star. But he is definitely A tier. I don't use him. I don't even want to talk about him. Cowboy Bugs. I know he can silence, and he's very quick. But all right, so Daffy is same as OG Bugs. Very, very good, especially when paired with Black Knight Sam. Again, it's just another strategy because Black Knight Sam gives your whole team the ability to apply damage over time with crits, and Daffy is basically a crit machine. That's a lot of damage over time being applied to an enemy. So you just go after the slowest tune, the slowest tank, and by the time all your tunes go, that's at least 3 from Black Knight Sam, 1 from Daffy, and that's 4 damage over times. All right, so Daffy Hood, I don't know why people don't like him very much. I think he's fantastic. He actually helped me get through a lot of campaigns and a lot of events with his pickpocket, right? And now they buffed it so that he can steal other special buffs. But he takes away 1 with pickpocket, and then 3 with arrow strike. So I would use him as a counter to Grand Duke Sylvester, for example, or for any tank that counters, right? Specifically in the beginning of the campaigns, not Barkeep, Sam Sheepdog. He will take away those counters, and they give you survivability. All right, Duck Dodgers. I don't know. I don't use him at all. So he's C tier. Elmer the Shore, I think he's B tier. Grand Duke is another S tier tune for me. He has won me so many battles. His counter is just phenomenal. He also applies a lot of damage. And then just look at these stats. 663 defense, plus 54 for my boost, and then 477 attack. That's higher defense than most tanks at the same star level, right? That's just, his stats are just really, really good. He takes care of hidden tunes with his second ability, which it just does extra damage to hidden tunes, plus 265 damage. He denies dodge, which is a big thing right now. So all those Penelope Couture's, the Speedy Gonzalez's, the Road Runners, the Queso Banditos, all of them are just getting wrecked by him. And then Hamstring, 742 damage and denied dodge, right? Riposte, that's the counters. And then while above 50%, he has 25% defense, while below plus 25% attack. So he is super tanky at first, and then if he's below 50%, that's when he deals out just massive damage, and usually you can heal him right after that. And the Stabilizer, that's when I pair him up with Black Knight Sam. Both of them just attacking tunes, and then every time he counters, he also applies defense down. So let's say Speedy attacks him, he counters, he gives him dodge down and defense down, and then you attack him again. That's already plus 10% damage because of his 10% defense down, and he can't dodge it. And then if you don't kill him, he's about to die. Next time he attacks, he has AoE. So he's a big counter for Speedy. All right, so he's one of my S tier tunes. I'm not going to talk about these too much. Henry Hawk, he's B tier. Henry Hike, I'm going to put him up to A tier. I use him up a little more. I use him, like, since his last event, I use him a little more. He is perfect with Porky Pig, Prize Fighter, Referee, and himself, right? I got him to 6-star. I just haven't tuned him up yet. But I don't really want to talk about legendaries right now, so I'm gonna put all legendaries in D tier. Yosemite Sam or Hunter, was it Hunter Yosemite or something like that? I'm gonna put him at B tier because he does do a lot of damage, and he can protect himself whenever his health gets low. He gains hidden, so that works out very well. Huntsman Porky, I'm also gonna put him at B tier. I need to level him up and I need to tune him up. But once I get him to like 6 or 7-star, I think he's already a 6-star. Once I get him to 7-star, I'll be able to use him a little more, especially in campaigns, because he does like plus 100% damage when tuned up high enough to enemies with taunt, and he ignores defense, right? So he's just a straight up tank buster. Jester Bugs. I don't know. I would say he's A tier. He would 100% be S tier if he were paired with the right tunes. I currently play him just for fun, and maybe I can do this while I keep doing this, right? Let me go into a brawl, just any brawl. The way that I do it is I put my Labard, and then which is really my lifesaver. I bring in Jester, I bring in Penelope. Where's she at? And then Prissy. And this team has helped me take down some pretty strong teams, right? This is just double heals, a lot of dodge, and then Jester just ends up putting out a lot of massive damage. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. This is just a showcase, right? So if I do that, that case will just stole everything. All right. I'm going to use my basic attack to give everyone dodge chance up, and then this ability from Penelope gives everyone +2 dodge chance up. And then once they start dodging, that's when everyone just starts, oh my god, this is like a horrible showcase. They're like actually just lasting longer than they should. There goes a dodge, there goes some attacks. And then just keep doing it over and over and over again. He starts doing plus like extra damage once they're annoyed too. So that just works out very well. And then for Flamenco Prissy, it really just depends on what you want to do with her at the time. Like if you need a couple of dodge chance ups, use her basic ability. If you don't, then just go ahead and stun. But this team just works out very well for me. And then Jester can eventually put out a lot of damage. So he's A tier, but with this team, if I had this whole team like as strong as my top team, he would be S tier for sure. All right, so he's C tier. King Bugs, A tier. If anything, I would put him. I might as well keep this crate. If anything, I might. I don't know. He's one of my favorites, to be honest. But I think right now I'm gonna leave him A tier. I mean, I don't know. His whole kit is just really really good. He can stun, remove turn meter, cause taunt, plus damage for your whole team on anyone that's taunting. He heals himself. I don't know. No, he's S tier. He's S tier for sure. I wish I'm trying to get him to 7-star sooner or later. I might start tasking him soon. But he is definitely one of the better tunes, and you can get him for free if you're in the Disintegrator League. But people just completely underestimate him, and I think he's just fantastic. You know, whenever the last event, he was paired with, I think it was like Doug Dodgers, Prize Fighter, and someone else. He just works really well because he causes taunt. Prize Fighter taunts, and then Doug Dodgers attacks him. Marvin attacks him, and then they do extra damage to those that taunt. And like Sylvester the Brass, for example, who's already at plus 35% damage, plus King Bugs. Let me see, what is it? Plus 25, so that's plus 60% damage to those that taunt. It's insane. So I think King Bugs is S tier. I think a lot of people just very highly underestimate him. All right, he's a legendary. Lola, A tier. I love Lola. I wish I could work on her a little more. I want to get her to 7-star. I just got her to 6-star, and I think at 6-star she'll be very, very useful. Mail Runner is a B tier. Martian Bugs, C. I could get him to 7-star already, but I don't know. So he's a B tier, or C tier, sorry. Ooh, I gotta start scrolling down. Let's see, can I minimize this? Nope. All right. I hate Marvin the Martian, but he's definitely B tier. Master Avenger, B tier. Master Speedy. He can give himself attack ups, but I don't know. I think I need to use him a little more to properly be able to analyze him. I haven't found much use for him. But I know he can dodge, and I know he gives himself attack ups, and he just definitely needs to be protected. So I'll leave him at B tier for now. Magic Sam, B tier. She can be D tier. Mountain Man Sam, B tier. Nasty Canastus, A tier for sure. He can just completely annihilate a whole team if you just help him out and protect them, right? I'm trying to zoom out a little bit. Let's see, so y'all can keep seeing this. There you go. All right. Um. Whew. Okay. Yeah. He's a legendary. So I'll just leave him there to the side. He is. People have him in S tier, but there's so many tunes now that can silence. So I would say he's high A tier. Same with like Jester and OG and Lola, but I don't know. There's just like if you bring in a Valkyrie and silence him for four turns, that's it. He like the whole team can't counter. So he gives a 50% chance for your whole team to counter, which is fantastic. I use him. He's one of my favorites, but he's very, very situational. If you just silence him or stun him over and over again, like there's nothing you can do. If you bring in a Valkyrie or like God forbid you're going up against a very strong Reindeer Roadrunner, but everyone like most teams do have a strong Valkyrie, then he'll just be useless for the most part. But he's definitely A tier. He gives your whole team 50% chance counter, which for me is always like only 20%. They never counter, but all right, Outlaw Fog, I would say he's B tier. Penelope, B tier. I love Pepe. I could be very biased here, but he has helped me out a lot. His damage over time because in clutching he's very fast. He's A tier. Photosil, I will put him at B tier. He's also someone that you kind of do want to work on because he does help you out in the Acme R&Ds. And he's featured pretty often. He keeps himself hidden, he stuns, he slows the enemy down. He's a pretty good tune. He just needs better stats. Picador Sylvester can always and will always be D tier. I hate him. Vampire Ralph, A tier. He would be S tier if you always pair him with monster tunes, because he lets monster tunes heal themselves, and he can also heal himself with his passives, right? And then once he gets low, he gives himself 3 healing over times plus hidden, so he gets protected. Vampire Ralph he's just very, very good. But he'd definitely be S tier if you have him with the right tunes. Ralph, he's B tier. He can be always D tier. Salesduck Daffy, I would say he's C tier. He helps me out so much. I would say he's a high A tier. Now between him and Grand Duke wins that every time. But the reason I really, really like Pumpernickel because he gives someone on your team hidden and he hides himself, right? He gives someone hidden once they get low enough. He denies counter, which is really good when going up against Sam Sheepdog or even another Grand Duke Sylvester. It lowers the chance. And his stats are just also very high. So looking at him, same as Grand Duke Sylvester. Oh, it's not working. Be right back. All right, should be working now. But yeah, so just looking at his stats, same as Grand Duke Sylvester. 470 attack, 702 defense. So he just takes care of himself. And then he gets low, or he can always hide himself. And every time he gets hidden, he can also avoid attacks by giving himself 60% chance to dodge. Because with dodge up, each dodge up gives you 20% chance to dodge. And then his Prowler, while hidden, plus 20% attack and speed, which makes his second ability, once hidden, he gets out of hidden, but he just does massive damage with this. It goes up to over 1,000. But yeah, he's definitely a top A tier tune. Okay, so Scout Sylvester, C tier. I'll put him in B tier because he can stun and steal abilities. Let's see, who else? I still haven't used them very much. So I'm gonna put him with the legend. He's a Tasmania tune that, what the hell happened here? He's a Tasmania tune that I can't really work on. So I'll just put him down in D tier, and maybe in the next tier list, an updated tier list, I'll evaluate him. Oh, we're almost done, guys. All right. Showbiz Daffy, C tier. He can potentially be B tier if put with the right people, like Penelope Couture, right? Penelope Couture's changed the whole meta. A lot of tunes now solely depend on her, and if you don't have her strong enough, then you can't really do much with them, like a lot of other tunes. Speed Skater, Coyote. I see people have him at S tier because he can freeze someone fast enough. His attack is very high and so is his speed, but he's very his defense is very low. So I would put him at A tier. But if you have him with a very strong team that can freeze your opponents consistently, like if you have a strong Yeti Gossamer, then he can definitely be S tier. Speedy, still S tier. He steals your abilities. They definitely nerfed him, and I still think he's S tier. His attack is pretty high. His speed is just unbelievably high. And it used to be that he ignored dodge. and those dodge teams would just get wrecked. And they nerfed him so that people can get focused on Penelope Culture. Like, cause during that event, he would have just wrecked that whole event. I'm still trying to get him to 6-star at least. I think he's at 5.3 stars. Where is he? Yeah, 5.3 stars. 100 pieces. I need 300 more pieces to get him to 6-star. But he is just fantastic. His basic attack is AoE. He can give his team speed up, defense up, and attack up, I think. Yep. And he gains the turn meter. This Yeehaw can like really just wreck a tune. Mouse Mischief. So 25% dodge and 50% chance to steal a random non-taunt buff from each enemy it hits. So can you imagine a team, like let's say you have a going up against a Granny team and she just uses her healing over time. He can steal all of those. 50% chance. Next thing you know, he has all these healings over time. So he can dodge. It's just, he can be a pain to work with. I hate going up against speedies. And then at the end of his tune, after he attacks another random enemy for 170 damage for me. That can be a game changer. I think during the Nasta Canasta event, I was able to go through the whole campaign because of Speedy. Even though I was like 15 or 20k support, I have a video on that, guys. So like, just go to the Nasta Canasta event. You'll see that I beat the whole campaign with basically just Twitty wrecking everything. So he's definitely S tier. Star Seeker, I don't even want to talk about her, but I do hate her, so she is D tier. Sylvester's definitely A tier. He is 100% S tier when paired with Granny, Hector, and Sylvester Jr. 100% S tier. S tier. That whole team is just S tier if you have them leveled up high enough. There's not too many counters you can really do because even if Granny's healing over time gets dealt with, Sylvester Jr. being able to hide with Sylvester and then heal, and like Hector having really high defense, even though he's a rare tune, his defense is really high. And when he taunts, it's just annoying every single time. Sylvester Saslow, B tier. Let's see, Sylvester the Brash, B tier. He's really good situationally. Like if he's paired with a King Bugs, he can be A tier. To be honest, because if King Bugs allows someone to taunt, he has plus 60% damage on a taunting tune. That's just insane to me. Taz is a legendary. I don't want to talk about legendaries. Trapper Sylvester, C tier. Tweety is A tier, and let me tell y'all why, right? It doesn't matter if your Tweety is 4-star, 3-star, 5. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what star you have him at. Like you just unlock him and tune him up high enough. Obviously level him up, but if he's a 3-star, level 59, max tune up, that's all you need. Really, that is 100% all you need because his attacks focus on assisting, right? So if you have him paired up with the city team, like if it's him, Sylvester, Granny, and Hector, that is just so much damage because he'll make them assist every single time. So it's pointless whether Tweety's attack or defense or anything is high enough. You just protect them with hidden, and you taunt over and over and over again, and then you heal, right? And then every time someone assists, it heals that tune for like 15% healing, I believe. Let's check it out. But Tweety is definitely A tier. I prefer to have Sylvester Jr. over Tweety, but I wouldn't underestimate him. See, I have him at 5-star. Even when I could have gotten more tickets or more pieces for him by spinning golden tickets, I didn't worry about it. So see, like his first attack, he's gonna dodge up. So that's plus 40% dodge on top of his already 30% dodge. So that's 70% dodge if he uses basic attack. So you won't hit him. Warmer and Fuzzy and an ally that assists heals for 15%. Agility, 25 speed, pile on. Everyone on your team attacks them and they heal. And it's not only like a regular attack, it's plus 115% attack. And then get them, that's one random tune for 150% attack. So if it's anyone, like if it's Granny, you're causing the enemy team attack down for the rest of the battle. If it's Hector, Hector gets defense up for the rest of the battle. If it's Sylvester, Sylvester does massive damage at 150% and inflicts defense down on the enemy. So they all have an attack and like a primary basic attack that does something for the entire team. So Tweety is definitely A tier, could potentially be S tier if paired with the right tunes. All right. Master Avenger, he's B tier. I don't really want to talk about him. Wildcard Wolf, B tier. I like using Wildcard Wolf because I like playing with his buffs, but I wouldn't place him up too high. maybe at 7-star I might use him a little more just for fun, just like I'm using like my Jester right now for fun. But just generally speaking, I don't think he's all that. Wily Coyote, A tier. He just does so much. And I remember somebody told me that Yosemite Sam was better than Wily Coyote, and I was like, no, like there's absolutely no way. Um, like not only like my Yosemite Sam, yeah, he's only five. Excuse me, he's only 5 stars, but I can't seem to use him. I just can't seem to use him very well. Whereas Coyote can silence or stun, remove turn meter, has a high chance to do 3 times damage or 4 times damage on his basic attack, has agility for 25% speed, so he can continuously stun or silence. At the beginning of each tune, his attack goes up by 8%, and he heals himself when attacking bird tunes. So this is just a really good tune. All right, so that's Wily Coyote. He's definitely an A tier tune. I would say he's B tier. Winter Bugs. He needs to be paired up with Yeti for sure. 100% he needs to be paired up with Yeti or with the support of Tourist Daffy, so that he can like actually be effective. Witch Hazel, A tier. One of the few rare tunes that can make it into A tier. Why? Because she can just inflict so much damage over time if paired with the right team. So there she is. I only have her 6.2 stars. People that have her 7.7 stars, and they wreck my team. So this first attack, 330 damage, inflict a random stat down for the rest of the battle. This is the one. Curse of Silence 5, deal 311 damage to all enemies, silencing a random enemy for 2 turns. Well, that's not it. It's this one. Enfeebling Hex. 2 to 5 damage over time, 2 attack down, 2 defense down on all enemies. That is insane. Piercing, it ignores defense. I think I need to tune her up to ignore 100% defense. Yep, tune of 28. I think tune of 28 requires me to get superior regional materials. And then Witch Spite, every time you attack this tune, it flips 3 buffs on you. So I know some people use this tune during the speed Acme R&D. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called, like the actual name for it. But people use her because once Shell for Porky gives everybody speeds up and they attack her, that speed up gets flipped, and then each speed down applies 10 damage over time. So people use her at the Acme R&D, and I use her just to wreck teams with damage over time. So she's definitely one of the rare tunes that are A tier. Let's see, who else we got? We got 2 more. Yodo the Pew, he's B tier, and then Yosemite Sam, he's B tier. But yeah, guys, this is it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all can basically ignore the D tier. But this is where I place my tunes. All right, so the ones that are higher in the A tier are tunes that I believe can be S tier with the right conditions met. Like if you have Outback Dog with another Valkyrie, that would be really good. If he gets silenced, he can take that away from himself, like those debuffs. But he can't use that ability if he's silenced, right? Yeah, this is what I think. This is what I use. Right now, the team that I usually use on and like my strongest team in general is consisting of it really just varies, but I always bring in Black Knight Sam and OG Goss. And then depending on what the team needs, I'll bring in Devil Dog and Bard. If not, then I'll bring in Referee and Bard. So I have double healer. Referee's basically a tank with almost like 900 defense. But again, it really just all depends. Sometimes I don't bring in Black Knight Sam, and I bring in Grand Duke if there's a dodging team, like a Speedy Gonzalez and a Kessel team. And then recently I've been bringing in Prize Fighter with Referee, and then pairing him up with Friar Porky, because Friar can heal himself. OG Goss heals himself whenever you get a debuff. Referee just heals everyone, or heals one tank at a time, and then Prize Fighter can stun and put out damage and give them health defense up. So this kind of works for me, because I would consider Prize Fighter and OG Goss attack type defenders, or yeah. So yeah, that's all for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this first tier list. I am gonna download it and put a link to it in the description, and I'll also share it on Reddit if you guys are in the Reddit community. But all right, guys, Big Loot Gaming, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the giveaway. Mike, I'm gonna leave a comment under your comment on one of my YouTube videos, and we'll get in touch through Discord. All right, Big Loot Gaming out.